Boom, we live right now. All right, let's record. Hey, 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 hey. There we go. Say something again, Stenson. You say something this time.
Yo, 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 yo.
Come again.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, all right. Yeah, we good, we good. Make it right there.
Tristan professional. You got the lights, camera, the mics, hoes hook up to the desk, hang with them hoes.
You trying to make it do something. All right. Mic check, mic check. All right. All right, we good to go. We ready. Let me take a strong swig so I can not give a fuck. I died before my time. Y'all niggas better not pour out no liquor. Y'all better drink that shit. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. Welcome to the... Y'all niggas got serious. It's okay. Yeah, we just bought our first brick. And it's about to be ready.
Oh, shit, man.
That's stupid. All right, welcome to the No Excuses Podcast. We are coming here to break news, great news for the youth football community of Galveston County and beyond. Here I have Mr.
Brandon Robinson.
Greg Randall.
Derek Haddock.
Jerome Spencer.
And what organization, Mr. Robinson, you from?
Texas City Stingrays.
How about yourself, Mr. Randall?
Galveston County Seahawks.
Mr. Haddock?
Texas Stingrays.
Mr. Stinson.
Gulf Coast Bulldogs.
And what brings us here to the great No Excuses Podcast? Do we have anything we need to talk about?
Come on, Stinson. Goddamn.
You got it on? Yeah. Man, we, I think it's time everybody start coming together, man. Everybody
Stop
coming.
that shit. Stop.
So look, I put you on. I don't know. I put you on.
He was directly.
Nigga look like we in court.
He looked right at me. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, I'm doing this for us?
So we're cutting. No. I'll bring it in. But look, I won't drop it on you. I'll bring the subject and y'all elaborate on it.
Yeah,
and then but make sure when we say y'all name,
They
y'all,
look right at me.
on the spot.
yeah, but you got the shit on, nigga. I'm with the shit on. But yeah, say your name and the organization, all right? All right, we good to go.
This nigga's
Yeah. Look like we was on trial, and nigga like, all right. Okay. Ooh, let me breathe.
Yeah, man.
I'm straight up.
All right, we got
Shout out
it.
to Cameron out there.
All right. That's why we don't do it live. Welcome to the No Excuses Podcast. We have some breaking news, some great news for the Galveston County area, for our youth and our community. We're bringing three great organizations together to form one organization. I have right here to my right, Mr.
Brandon Robinson, Texas City Stingrays.
Greg Randall, Galveston County Seahawks.
Derek Haddock. Texas Stingrays.
Jerome Spencer, Gulf Coast Bulldogs.
And today we have it's a great day, a great start of a new future, combining everybody together. So what do y'all think, and any one of y'all can answer, that this will do to the community as the youth? You know, a lot of these kids go to school together and stuff like that. So how do you think they'll feel to finally be under one umbrella?
Man, I truly think that the kids will love it. Over the past couple of years, kids been able to compete against each other, but to come together as one and be on one team, I think it'll be a beautiful thing, and they'll love it. Compete with their friends side by side, trying to compete against these Houston teams and so forth. I think it's going to be something really nice for the community, for the county.
Already, that's a good thing. And everybody see us do it every year, but for the last couple of years for the Texas All-Star Showcase. And we should have Clayton Hillary on here to talk about that in another episode. But coming from like the community aspect, how does this help the community?
I feel like it stops a lot of the things that's been going on over the past years, whereas like Stingrays, Bulldogs, Seahawks, we're recruiting the same kids, and it's bringing a lot of unnecessary like tension between people whenever it's all over Little League football, and really we all doing what's best for our organization. We recruit, we're doing what regular coaches do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, at any level. So it kind of stops us from being so divided, and
right.
you know, it's more of a unity thing, and then I feel like that's better for especially those athletes who want to compete at a high level, compete for state championships, national championships, compared to, oh hey, I won my local league Super Bowl, which is, I mean, we've done that multiple times, which is great, but when you got an outstanding group of kids who you know they can compete at a higher level, we kind of been limiting them to a certain, you know, much over these past couple of years, to where now it's going to be like, hey look, now you got the opportunity to really show what you really got, you
right.
know what I mean, across the state. And, you know, if your team make it to the national level, you can really see what you got compared to, you know, everybody stereotype. My kid is a dog. My kid is so good,
right.
you know. But then when we go play some dogs, they not really ready because we've been having them in a box so long.
Correct,
you know?
So, so moving forward, what do y'all think would be an obstacle y'all have to overstep to complete, you know, to finish this process? Keep it going, because we know this is not no 1 year thing. This is a forever thing, right? And people don't realize with youth league organizations like the Stings, they've been here for a long time, tradition of Texas City. The Bulldogs, they came, stepped in, kicked in the door, and laid a good foundation. The Seahawks also, and so what do y'all feel with the individual successes of the programs and the organizations and the kids and the history? Do you think with the older heads it would pose an issue of this, or do you think they'll understand?
Man, I think it's needed because pretty much the high school football here is bad. I mean, Little League football is bad. When Little League football is good, the high schools are good. We all want our kids to go to college and better themselves and compete. I mean, I think that's best of what we need to do.
That sounds good to me. So, and this kind of on the serious side, with all the violence that's going on in our small little county, population of 300,000. Do y'all think this is a step towards basically trying to gear kids towards more something positive, opposed to what's surrounding them county-wide with all the mass shootings, and I mean not the mass shootings, but the shootings on the mass level? How do y'all think this will affect the streets?
I feel like football has helped a lot of us, period, in life, get away from the streets and, you know, following the wrong crowds, even though we might have friends who was going down them ways, and then we had that choice to choose. They want to go this way or they want to play ball. Right. As an athlete, you can't really do both. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself in a sticky situation. But also I feel like us, the men that we got in this room, and plus others that's going to come along, is going to help guide the young men more than just football-wise, because we've all been through something, you know, that we can relate to the kids. And I feel like whenever you can relate to the kids and help them more mentally than football,
right,
you're going to get more out of them. You
right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So I just feel like the football aspect going to be real good, but I feel like the people that we got is going to help even more. You know what I mean?
Good positive influence, positive men around. So, and a lot of people don't realize this. They see us sitting at this table. This is the first time they see us all, and I'm not on camera, but I'm here. But this is the first time they actually seen us on camera, sitting in the same room, sitting on the same table. But how long, let the people know, we can unveil it now, how long this been in the works?
About 2 years.
They think that social media stuff real, but they don't realize that, you know, behind closed doors, we all help each other. We all reach out. For all, you know, when it comes down to doing stuff for the kids, you can't be so stubborn that you don't use your resources. So to the public, that we have always been together, but now we just get to all wear one color, one uniform, one jersey.
For me, it was more so when we started the showcase when they gave us the Gulf Coast region. To watch everybody come out and work together as one, it only makes sense to do it like that. We got us with Seahawks, Stings, Bulldogs, Red Raiders, Bengals, a bunch of teams in League City. It's just football is watered down. But we all come together for the showcase and compete and have a good turnout.
With no issues, no problems, no arguments, no nothing.
So, just why not?
It just makes sense, right? So what league are the Galveston County Sun Devils? What league will they be participating in for 2021? Already. We just had to put that on the record. And we have some age levels that are already stacked, and they were missing a couple pieces. This, there, and the third. So with those particular age levels, y'all can name them if y'all want. We can keep it under the blanket if y'all want. But how far do y'all intend on taking them?
Our teams,
Yeah,
I mean, we trying to go all the way.
yeah,
You know, I feel like with the coaches we got, the kids in our area, with all of them put together instead of them being separate.
right.
Like, I just don't feel like it's not, I mean, even the Houston people, like, I mean, I don't feel like really none of them going, you know, if we going to compete, we going to do they gonna, against them and all that, but I feel like they're not going to have enough, you know what I'm saying, for us to come together. I don't feel like they're going to have enough, you know what I'm saying, to stop everything that we got going on.
Got some shit talking for all those don't get the message. We just do it real cool. Got some shit talking.
Hey, I think if you look back at last year and look at the records and look at all the levels, each organization had their strong levels, and what some organizations were kind of struggling at, those other teams were strong at that level.
Right.
So, you know, for example, Bulldogs, we've always struggled at 6U.
Right.
It's been one of our challenges, but if you go take a look at the Stings and take a look at the Seahawks, they were strong on 6U. You know, you look at the 12U across the board, man, this past year, if you would have put all three of our 12Us together, it would have been unstoppable. Nobody would have been able to challenge us. So I think by all of us just coming together and making it as one, and then gridiron going to true age would help a lot.
Yes.
Kids just playing that single age, man. We'll
Explain what true age to it's a lot of green people. You know, they're not familiar with this. Can you explain to them the importance of, you know, having an 8U, 8U, 10U, 12U versus a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
Yeah, so you're always gonna have your group that plays on the low end if you're doing the 6U, 8U, 10U, and 12U. I'll give you a prime example. Last year, our Bulldog team, my JV team, we were majority 9-year-olds and probably had only about 5 10-year-olds playing on the 10U level. We took our licks, we took our hits and so forth, but we were young. But then when we got up to that next year, you know, this past year, and we were the older group, well, we were the big dogs. You know what I mean? We were able to only had like 3 or 4 9-year-olds, and we were able to, you know, do pretty good this year.
Right.
But the true age is basically single age, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and you're just playing your age group.
Right.
You know, so you'll never be on the low end, on the low side. You just be playing against your age group, and I think that's a whole lot better. That helps a lot of people, in my opinion.
Right. Do y'all think any kids will be left behind due to the merger, or do you think it'll fit perfectly? You know, and I know that's a hard question, but we do have other organizations around. Have we reached out to make a fence with them so every kid that want to play football is playing football?
It's tough, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's life. You know what I'm saying? Some kids is going to get left behind. I mean, if you do a roster of 30, 35 kids, I mean, for one, that's still a lot of kids to take onto a roster. But at the end of the day, I mean, not everybody going to make it to college. Not everybody going to make it to the league. That's just life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just look at this like, yeah, not everybody's going to make it, but that might be motivation to a kid like, hey, I didn't make it as a 9-year-old to make this team, but I'm going to work my butt off this next year, go play with this team, get better, crisp myself up, work on my craft. The next year, I'm going back and try out because I want to be on this team. I want to go play in these state tournaments. I want to go play for a national title. So at the end of the day, I mean, as a kid, that's what motivated me. I went to All-Star as a kid, but seeing, you know, what All-Star kids did, how they got to do this and all this, like, it just made me work harder. You know what I'm saying? Where some people, they get complacent, you know. So some people might get that. Some people is gonna get left out, but at the end of the day, that don't mean it's the end of their career. You know, they might use it as motivation and take it 10 years from now and use it. It might be in college still thinking about, oh, I didn't make this team, but I use that as motivation. And 10 years from now, boom, I'm playing at a D1 college, all because I didn't make this team, but that was my motivation.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
I think, I don't think nobody get left out because you have organizations around here who don't have complete levels anyway. So it's still going to be more teams, not to mention the organization. They ain't throw nobody under the bus, but you have kids who don't have 9 U's, some people don't have 12 or struggling at that level, so I think everything will balance itself out. Not everybody won't be able to be a Sun Devil, but I mean, there's the football around here that can play it.
Right. And it is other organizations that's not a part of this merger, but still family.
Right.
In our football family, we coach with them now. Shout out to the Red Raiders, shout out to the Bengals. It's no matters, no nothing between them. 49ers also. I keep forgetting them right there, right up the street from us. But there were a lot of Little League teams in there. And I'll talk, you had as long as you've been around the Little League game, how did it feel like you with all this, has it ever been this many Little League teams in one area on the mainland? Because I'm from Galveston, so we was always apart, you know. It was hard for people to cross the water to go play for somebody. But I know y'all, Greg, y'all play Little League down around this area. You was in Galveston.
It's about the same as far as the team, but as far as with us making the move to Gridiron, and y'all both, the Bulldogs and the Seahawks, having to jump on us, that shit affected the size. You know what I mean? Because this area is really not big as far as, you know, overweight kids. We played an overweight league, so we didn't turn away a lot of kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? So going to Gridiron with no weight limit and stuff like that, we struggled getting the bigger kids.
Right.
And stuff like that, and that's what hurt us on every level. And with y'all having a jump, I mean, really, shit just made sense for it to come together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then y'all had a great 12U level. They have 10U level. Our 11U, if we would have been single A's, would have been a big difference this year. So next year, with them being 12, it's going to be a problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it turned out to be beneficial as a whole for us to come together because we got good heads around here and everybody in it for the long haul. So that's the main thing. We're having a foundation built, and I'm committed to it. I know Stinson, Greg, Brandon, and you committed to it, to where it should be around for a long time. And that shit is going to be beneficial. Can't come and get better.
Right. And,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and combining resources, like we all have, all individually organizations have a wealth of resources that we use individually, so now it'll be collectively. And just as us speaking to the public, we won't want for anything.
Right.
We won't lack for anything. I mean, we have personal trainers to where you can get your extra work. So basically, I'm saying you can be as good as you want to be, you know, as an individual.
Right. Resources there.
Yeah, and we've already pushed the limit to be as good as we can be as far as organization wise. So I know a lot of people, you know, they waiting to hear this. When will they start registering? When is registration open? When is trials? When will this thing officially kick off? Or is that to be continued?
Well, goddamn.
I know. I told you, I'm coming in hard, man.
You know,
I'm the media guy right now.
Yeah. We can have an answer for this.
Gonna kick off real soon.
Yeah.
Real
I
soon.
want to say the next 2-3 weeks.
2-3 weeks. Okay.
Registration links and shit be up. Yeah. It's gonna be a problem.
And since I know this is strong, the merch. I know the merch is gonna be. Everybody's gonna want the merch. You already broke it. Now I know Cameron. Y'all can look at him. You know, the merch is gonna be hot, brother. You know.
Hey man, we're gonna have plenty of stuff, man. Hoodies, hats, socks, the whole 9 yards. You want some slippers? Some slippers. Hey, we're gonna be out there right, man.
Right. And the reason why I asked you, because the Bulldogs, no matter where y'all went, y'all were fitted, y'all were represented. Warm up. It looked like a Little League high school team as far as apparel and the way y'all held yourself. And I know that's one thing that everybody want to get hold of. Even though I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. Greg selfish. He's selfish. He
Yeah.
blessed me with the hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
So,
selfish.
that's how I go down. So Galveston County,
Don't
we
sound right. I'm selfish. You got it.
yeah. So Galveston County, we in here, and it all started like Greg said from the showcase. When it showed that we can come together, and every year, and I don't know if y'all paying attention, every year we doing better and better. You know, shout out to our 11U, but shout out to the whole showcase for letting everybody know, hey, we did deserve it. We did a lot of kicking and screaming to get our own region, and we showed that we did deserve it. And now it has, you know, through the blessing of the showcase, now this is what brings the Galveston County Sun Devils together. So, man, anything y'all want to lead out, end off on?
I'm just gonna say, hey, y'all need to be ready, cause we coming. Hey, everybody know me as quiet, but hey, look, when it comes to this football stuff, hey, it's gonna get real serious like now. So y'all be ready.
Right. And man, Stinson, you got anything?
No, I'll just say, man, this is a great opportunity, man. We would like for everybody to come out and be a part of this. This is something special, and you always want to be part of something special, man. But this, like you said, this ain't nothing that's just gonna be for a year. We in this for the long haul.
Right.
We've all sat down and talked.
2 years.
Yeah, Bulldogs, Stings, Seahawks. We in this for the long haul. The Sun Devils, Galveston County. We ready to roll now.
Yes, and has this ever happened before in Galveston County?
Yeah,
Never. It has never happened. So it's always great to be a part of history, and we encourage everybody, sponsors, everybody. Y'all want to be a part of this community. Gather around these kids. Encourage your little cousin. Encourage your little brother. You know, encourage them to be around something positive, being a part of something positive. I mean, we plan on traveling all over the place. And when we get this thing kicked off, and it's going to be a lifetime brotherhood, lifetime membership. High school coaches, you got one game to come to.
That's it.
You just you can just come here, grab a chair. All right, we'll let them in free, Greg. Can we let them in free?
Come in free, no excuse.
Because we let you in free, no excuses. All right, get you a Sun Devil hat. Explain it. But y'all high school coaches, we need y'all help, because this is football, but it's actually deeper than football, because we got a lot going on in this county. And the reason why we all got involved in coaching is to do our part. I mean, we're not politicians, we're not reverends. We ball coaches. And you take ball coaches out of the community, we'll have way more laws than we got now. So support your local ball coach, high school coaches once again, middle school coaches once again. We encourage y'all to put something in this pot too, because it's beneficial to you also. And we thank y'all. No excuses. Breaking news. Galveston County Sun Devils in your mouth.